It's really, really good. So Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is out now in all good cinemas and the rubbish ones as well. I have seen it and I urge you, I implore you, I beg you to go and see this movie. It is absolutely brilliant. If you're a Spider-Man fan, if you're a comic book fan, if you're a film fan, an animation fan, go see it because this is just brilliant. The basic premise and plot of the movie is pretty much given away in all of the trailers that have been released thus far. Spider-Man, kind of B-level villain, the Spot is appearing and he's causing havoc in Brooklyn while Miles Morales was trying to get his life in order while he's missing Gwen Stacy, trying to be a good son, trying to get his life in order and his career plans going forward, while all the while trying to be Spider-Man. But we're not here for the plot. I think what most of us are here for are to see the Spider-Verse, and it comes to life. Every possible iteration of Spider-Man that you know of, every possible iteration of Spider-Man you can think of appears in this movie. Spider-Man, Spider-Woman, Spider-Dinosaur Cat, Robot, they're all in this. It is just fantastic. You have to see it multiple times because I'm sure there are bits that are missed. There are parts where I feel like don't blink because I'm gonna miss something, and I cannot wait to see this again, to see stuff that I didn't pick up the first time round. I'm probably gonna miss stuff in the second time round. Multiple viewings will lead to more and more enjoyment of this film. The movie is visually stunning. It is an absolute treat and feast for the eyes. Every different world is rendered in so many different animation and art styles and different colors that it just looks amazing. And again, repeated multiple viewings, you're gonna see stuff that you missed last time you watched it. Absolutely looks brilliant. If I was wearing a hat, I would take my hat off for the people who animated this film because they have done just an excellent job and should be given all of the awards. Not even any competition. Don't nominate anybody else, just give them all the awards for this animation because it just looks brilliant. The one thing that gave me a bit of trepidation from this movie was actors appearing in voice acting roles, because I'm not a huge fan of that when it happens. Sometimes it works really, really well. The people in the Super Mario Bros. Movie did a really good job, but then go watch Marvel's What If to get a big understanding of what I mean, because I mean, I'm looking at you, Mark Ruffalo, voicing the character you played in live action Bruce Banner and Hulk.
It's safer for everyone if I fend for myself. I sort of can't die.
It ain't good. But everybody in this movie brings their A game to their voice acting and they are just excellent. Shameik Moore and Hailee Steinfeld as Miles Morales and Gwen Stacy leading the movie, absolutely brilliant. Jake Johnson is back as my favourite version of Spider-Man ever, Peter B. Parker. Jason Schwartzman is excellent as the Spot, really, really funny. Karan Sony's in it as a really good multiverse version of Spider-Man. Brian Tyree Henry's in it, everybody. Oscar Isaac was really, really good. He was one I had a little bit of trepidation for in voicing an animated character, but he was really, really good as Miguel O'Hara, Spider-Man 2099. But the big standout was Daniel Kaluuya as Spider-Punk. He's awesome. I love Spider-Punk even more than I did before this movie. He was absolutely excellent. I think he stole the movie. In the bits that he was in, he stole every scene just from his voice, and the animation style and his character was excellent. I really hope to see more of him. But even with everything that was going on in this movie, all the just constant bombardment for your eyes of the animation and the art and the funny character work and the looking out constantly for Spider-Man cameos that I'm hoping to see, and all the Easter eggs, because again, there's stuff that I've missed and I can't wait to see it again to pick up stuff that I did miss. In spite of all of that, everything that's going on, the constant bombardment, at its heart is a movie about identity and finding your place in the world and being who you want to be. And the way they managed to do that, the way they managed to have this constantly moving treat for the eyes, constantly moving action and rapid fire jokes and quips, to have this heart right in the middle of it just blows my mind. This film is just so well made. Everything about this movie just works so well. And potential spoiler alert, the movie doesn't have a real ending. It finishes with a to be continued for Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, which is scheduled to release next year. I can't wait to see it. I really, really can't. For a movie that I think was like 2 hours and 20 minutes long, it did not feel like 2 hours and 20 minutes. I would have happily, if the next bit was out now and made it like a 4 hour long movie, I would have happily just sat there for 4 hours and watched all of it. It did not feel like it overstayed its welcome. I would have happily watched more. I don't know what else I can say about this movie that will do it justice. I can't think of any sort of negative. Now, is it as good as Into the Spider-Verse? I want to say yes. Is it better? If you look at it as a whole, I think the third movie, when it comes out and you put them together as a trilogy, I think that we can then judge it as one big story rather than individual pieces, because both of them are excellent. This one is just brilliant. It doesn't have the memorable song. I mean, the music in it was great, the score was great, the songs that were in it were awesome, but it didn't have that kind of memorable song like Post Malone's Sunflower from the first movie, which I don't want to criticize this new one about, because it's just a song at the end of the day. I think that's the only sort of negative I can give it, is that there just wasn't a song that's memorable as Sunflower was for the first movie. And as far as criticism go, that's tiny, minute. It's nothing. It is a dot of criticism, because the movie is just brilliant, and I urge you to go and see it. Using my measuring stick to judge how good a film is of would I go and watch it again? Absolutely yes. If it wasn't obvious, I think I've already said it in this video, if it wasn't obvious, I would happily go and watch this movie again, because it just is excellent. I feel like I need to see it again to see stuff that I didn't see the first time. I probably need to see it a third and fourth, fifth time. I loved it. Every single second of it was brilliant. And as I said, if you haven't seen it or yet, go and watch it. I urge you, I beg you to go and see it, because it is just brilliant. It really, really is. You have to see it. As I said, don't nominate anybody else for awards. Give the people who made this film all the awards. Just hand it to them. Don't have your ceremony. You save yourself some money. Just give them awards. As a final score, I don't want to give it a perfect 10 out of 10. So I'm going to give it 9.9 out of 10. 9.9 seems absolutely fair. I think when the final film is out and we've got the whole trilogy together as a whole, then all of it, if they stick the landing, I'm hoping it's going to be as good as the first two, then I think we'll have a 10 out of 10 trilogy. But this one, for now, 9.9 out of 10. Go and see it. It's out now. What are you doing in your lives? Stop whatever you're doing. Go and watch it. Please, it's just brilliant. So that was me rambling about Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. What did you think of it? Let us know in the comments below. If you like the video, click like. If you want to see more, click subscribe. If you want to show it to your friends or your enemies, tap that share button. But for now, thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, take care of your fellow humans, and hope to see you all again soon.